Okay, we want to quickly review exponential equations and compound interest. We've done this, it should be familiar to you, but again, you can always review a little more if necessary. So let's say we have $5,000 compounded annually, and I never did put in an interest rate. Let's just go ahead and use our good old 12%. And if you get 12% interest, that's pretty good. So, but it's probably very risky, not a good idea necessarily. Okay, $5,000 compounded annually at 12%. And the question is, when does your principal reach $8,000? Okay, well, we know that from what we've already seen, and we should not necessarily have to memorize this, we should hopefully understand this and understand what every part of this expression means so we don't forget it or don't make a mistake in writing it down and then follow up on our mistake. But one way or another, there is the expression for the principal function. In this case, the initial principal, P naught, is $5,000. So that's $5,000 times 1 plus your interest rate, which is 0.12 over 1 raised to the 1 times t. Now 1 because n equals 1, n's the number of times you compound annually. So that's 1 plus 0.12 over 1 is just 1.12, and 1 times t is t. So here's our principal function. So set P of t equal to $8,000. So you get $5,000 times 1.12 raised to the t equals $8,000. I'm not going to write out every step here, but we divide both sides by $5,000 to put this into the standard form of an exponential equation. So I'll just put some dots here and say, okay, that gives us then 1.12 to the t equals $8,000 over $5,000, and that's 1.6. And then we change this to logarithmic form, and we get t equals log base 1.12 of 1.6. And that's log of 1.6 divided by the log of 1.12. Okay, now your doubling time here is about 6 years, so it's going to be about 4 years, 4 point some years, and you take a calculator and show me to be wrong. Okay? I didn't try to make too close an estimate. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least 4 years. It's probably not going to be 5. Okay. Now, very simple. Now I'm going to ask you to work that out for homework. Okay? Now what if the thing is compounded 6 times annually? Same question. What's it going to be up to $8,000? What if it's 6 times annually? Well, now you get principal function $5,000 times 1, I'll write it out, 1 plus 0.12 over 6 to the 6 times t, which is $5,000 times 1.02 raised to the 6t. Okay? And then set equal $8,000 and solve for t. You get $5,000 times 1.02 to the 6t equals $8,000. divide both sides by $5,000. It's only about steps, because most people are a little insecure with their arithmetic and their algebra. I'm leaving it out, because you don't need to watch me do all the steps. We've done them so many times, and of course I'm going to want to see them in your homework. Okay, 1.02 to the 6t equals 1.6, and we change that to logarithmic form, and we find that 6t equals the log of 1.6 divided by the log of 1.02. And you can calculate that with your calculator if you want, but really what you want to do is you want to divide both sides by 6. And you're going to say that t equals the log of 1.6 divided by 6 times the log of 1.02. And then you can put that into your calculator. And that's going to be 4 point something again. Okay, it could be 4 point some years. And this is going to be a little shorter than this, because you're building money faster by the compounding process.